Okay, so in order to reflect P to the other side of M, we need to reflect it along, you don't have to draw this, just watch. We need it to be reflected along a segment that is perpendicular to M. Okay, we can't reflect it like catty corner to M. Does that make sense? We have to go perpendicular. Everybody okay? Okay. So in order to do that, we're going to use our compass. The entire time we're making these marks, we are going to leave the compass at the same setting to simplify the steps. Okay, we're going to do it the short way. So I'm going to put my metal point on P, and I'm going to move my pencil point so that it's kind of over here at M, on line M. Okay, you want it so that the arc, I don't know, you don't want it too far in the middle, and you don't want it obviously hanging off where your line is. I mean, if you don't have to draw an auxiliary line, don't. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm going to do a little arc across there. And without changing the radius of the compass, I'm going to make a little tick over here. Now, mine keeps going the whole way around. I can't lift mine up. But you can just like lift it and put it down there, right? I'm going to have to erase it like before. Sorry.
Do you have an eraser then?
Check the little thing. There should be a rainbow eraser.
Oh,
Okay, so I have 2 tick marks that are the same distance away from point M. Okay, I haven't changed my compass. It's still set at the same radius. I'm now going to put my metal tip on the intersection of my arc with line M, and I'm going to go make another arc. Watch. And then I'm going to move my metal tip down here and do the same thing from my other intersection. Now, you can use your compass to check, is this intersection the same distance away from the line as P? Can you click yourself back in? Okay, I'm coming. Awesome. Who knows how much I missed? That's great. Good job when it's. All right. So, hey guys. When you are doing this with your compass, you will get the most friction if your compass is straight up and down. Okay, it'll like catch and like kind of jog on the paper. If you want it to slide more nicely, put a little bit of a. Do you see what's happening? Okay, like tilt it a little bit and it'll glide better. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So now I'm going to put my metal point at one of my intersections of arc and L. Okay, now I haven't changed my compass setting. I'm going to do an arc over here to where I think A might be, A prime. Now I'm going to do it again from my other intersection. There's not one correct distance. There's infinitely many that I could pick. Oh, I kind of missed. I barely caught that one. Yeah, well, you can just go back and like hit it again real quick. Okay, there, that one's better. Okay. I'm going to come around and help you. Don't panic. You're welcome. No, I already did B prime first. So this is our A prime. Okay, now we're gonna do C prime. All right, so I'm gonna put my metal point at C. All right, I'm gonna start my arc here. And I'm gonna drag it. And I'm gonna erase so I don't have to look at all of that. Oh, shoot. Go the other way. Okay, now I'm going to move my metal point to one of my intersections. I'm going to keep the same radius, and I'm going to do an arc. I'm going to move my metal tip to the other intersection and do another arc. Oh, this is where we ran out of paper. Well, I'm going to erase it. Thank you so much for your assistance.
No, it's not.
Okay, do you need help?
I'll scared for a hot second, dude.
Somehow I think I still did a better job first hour. All right, so here is my C prime.
Ain't no phones.
All right, now we're going to connect our figure. Okay, so we're drawing segments between A prime and C prime and B prime. Oops. Shoot, why is this not working? Okay, B prime to C prime and A prime to B prime.
That's what I got too.
Yeah, good. So you can kind of see it looks like a butterfly. If you were to fold your figure along line L, your figure should map onto itself. Okay, ready? Okay, next page. Okay, if you have questions, I'm going to show you at the end. We have got to get through this. This is taking way too long. All right, a translation is a transformation in which a figure is slid horizontally and or vertically without any rotation. A translation requires a distance and direction. The function notation goes big T, open parentheses on the subscript. Okay, now we are going to have to say a vector that we are translating along. A vector is different than, you guys know what the difference between speed and velocity is?
One has directions.
One has direction, which one?
Velocity.
Velocity. Okay, so I can go really fast backwards, but my velocity would be negative. Okay? So a vector has a magnitude, a size, a length, and a direction. Okay, so we have to specify how far and then which direction, and that's what the vector tells us. So if our image is going to be P prime, we can call our vector P prime, because it's going to go from P to P prime. That's the direction. So P to P prime. The symbol for vector is like a segment, but then it has like a little fish hook on it. It's kind of like, it's like a little barb. Yeah. It's not a full arrow, it's like half an arrow. Okay, and then we have to say which geometric object we are translating. And we are translating point P. So this means translate P along the vector going from P to P prime. Good? Okay, now you get to choose where your vector goes. So we're just going to draw it in. Mine's going to go over here. You can make yours go wherever you want.
Does it have to be a specific distance?
Nope.
Shut up, Robert.
When you get into upper level math, some of your vectors will specify a horizontal and vertical, and sometimes even like a z coordinate, like direction, and it'll tell you how much to go which way. But for right now, we don't have to worry about that. All right, here we go. Number 6. This time we are translating a segment. So capital T, we are translating. We could either use vector P prime, or we could use vector R prime. You can take your pick, because they're going to be going in the same direction and they're going to have the same length. So which one do you guys like, P?
Yeah, we like.
Okay, so we're going to go along P prime. And which figure are we translating? Segment PR. Okay, so PR is a segment, so we put a bar over it. Or you have to write out the word segment, but no one wants to do that, so just put a bar on it. All right. So I'm going to choose my vector for P prime. I'm going to go kind of backwards horizontalish. Not quite horizontal. Horizontalish, it's a real word. I'm going to go here. Okay, I'm going to put my P prime down here.
Wait, it doesn't matter where the line is. Let's stop.
This part, no, because this is my vector. I'm just drawing my vector. Now, the thing about my vector going from R to R prime is that it has to be in the exact same direction, so it has to be parallel, and it has to be the exact same length. Okay, so I can't do R prime up that way. Like, we can't do that, because then my figure won't be the same length. Okay, I should end up with a figure that's the same size and the same orientation. Got it? Okay, so first, I'm going to use my distance copier to copy my distance from P to P prime. Make sure that my point R travels the exact same distance. Okay, now I'm going to make a tick, an arc over here. Okay, so my point R is going to be somewhere this far away from, R is going to be this far away from R prime. That's how far it has to go. Okay, the next distance I'm going to copy is the distance from P to R. Okay, I need to be a certain distance from P to R. I'm going to take that distance and copy it so that R prime is the same exact distance from P prime. And wherever they cross, that is my R prime. Okay, check it with your compass. Make sure that PR is the same length as P prime R prime. Did you goof it up?
I think so.
Sorry.
I did it.
You did it good?
I mean, I use the right ones now.
Yeah.
I think my
Okay, go ahead and draw in your segment. Does anybody need help? Okay, now we're going to do a whole triangle. It's going to be great.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so our function notation. We are going to translate. Okay, which vector do you want? We have 3 options this time. You want to do R? So we're going to do R to R prime. Okay, and we are translating or shifting a whole triangle. So that is triangle PRQ. Okay, let's do it. Okay. All right. Hey guys, listen. Listen. If you make your vector too short, your triangles are going to be overlapping, which is not wrong, but it's harder to see what's happening, okay? So if you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself, make sure your vectors are long enough so that your triangles aren't like on top of each other, because then it does get hard to see. All right, so we are translating along vector R prime. So I am going to make my vector go off of R, and I'm going to kind of shoot up this way a little bit. That's all right. That's fine. All right, I'm going to put my R prime up there.
Why do I have to draw a line? What?
We're drawing in our vector. Okay, now I want to measure that vector with my compass. Do you guys want to do Q or P first?
Q.
All right, I'm going to do Q first. All right, so I want Q to be the same. Q prime to be the same distance from Q that R prime is from R. So I'm going to make a tick to mark that distance. Okay. Now I want to measure the distance from R to Q and copy that distance. From R to Q, and then that'll tell us where the Q prime is. Okay, there's my R to Q, and now I put my metal tip on R prime, and this is going to tell me where Q prime is. Oops. Okay, here is my Q prime. Okay, notice that RQ and R prime Q prime are parallel. You see that? The sides of my triangle are parallel in a translation because it's not spinning at all. It's not changing its orientation in space. All right, you guys ready? No? Too fast? Not yet. I mean, it's not wrong to connect them, but let's not gunk up our picture until we're done.
There's no way there's still max.
Okay, are you writing this down?
Yes, I got that.
Okay, good. All right, I'm putting my metal tip on R, and I'm remeasuring R to R prime. I'm getting the length of my vector. Okay, now I'm going to make an arc going from P to P prime, so I get the exact same vector length.
You get the length, and then you put your metal tip.
Okay. Now I'm going to copy the distance from Q to P. Oh, I put my metal tip on the one side.
Ultra papers. Look all patty papers.
Okay, I've got my distance from Q to P. Oh, I meant from R to P. Sorry, that was my bad. It's not a huge deal.
You said from R to P?
R to P.
You.
Well, okay, listen. It's not like super wrong to do from Q prime to P, but Q prime is already we're going to have a little bit of mistake going from R prime to Q prime. You know what I mean? So if I base like a copy off of a copy, it's going to be a little bit more messed up. So I'm going to be more accurate if I go back to point R than Q. Does that make sense? All right, no one cares. All right, here we go. I'm going to copy the distance from R to P onto R prime and Q prime. Sorry, R prime, P prime. It's a lot of letters. Okay, so this is my P prime.
You tell me what I did wrong.
Okay, can I draw in this figure real quick?
3 ones that don't.
Now I'm going to connect my vertices. Oh, I wanted to be in black. Connect my vertices. Ew. I wanted it to be a line. Why am I struggling? It's supposed to be a triangle. It should be congruent to your other triangle. Okay. Yes. Because we're doing rigid transformations. So if you trace your original with patty paper and slide it over, you should get your figure. Okay, is that the end?
Yeah.
Okay, listen up. No. Okay, we're doing that tomorrow. Listen, please be quiet and stop tapping. Well, I meant Eli. I called you by your last name. Okay, never mind. Sorry. All right. What I want to say is that I didn't put an overwhelming number of problems in your assignment. Okay, so if you need more, then draw a triangle and slide it. You know what I'm saying? If you need to reflect something else, draw a figure, a segment, a triangle, whatever. Draw a line of reflection with your straight edge and reflect it over your axis of symmetry. Okay? If you need more practice than what I've given you, just make it on a white sheet of paper. Got it? Okay, thank you.